church that doesn't tell you to go out and engage corruption, and it doesn't have the discernment to know, and tells you do what the government says, well, that means the devil will come and they'll do what the government says. Any church doing that, of course, is a denomination run by the Rockefeller Foundation through the World Council of Churches, and you might as well go join a Satan church, literally, because they are demon-filled, disgusting, pharisaical pieces of Romans 13, death-loving trash. I appreciate your call. I mean, that's what I have to say about these churches, is that you can have people that believe in God, you can have people that are there that are good, but it's always about worshiping the government. If Romans 13 and the context they teach it was true, then Hitler should have been followed and supported. Stalin should have been loved. Our founding fathers were bad. It's a lie. Christ said no to the government. Every one of the prophets said no. The lion's den, the list goes on. And these abomination churches are devils. They are devils. Little, soft puppets that want to keep their 501c3 that they shouldn't even have. Churches don't need a 501c3. And I know those little devils are listening right now, and they're like, well, how come we have them? Because they came to the churches through the Rockefeller Foundation and said, here's your form for your tax exemption, and tricked them into becoming a charity. A charity is under government regulations, not a church. Not a church. They play word games. They deceived you. They stole your birthright. And we wouldn't be in this position if the churches weren't filled to the rafters. If there weren't demons dancing around the steeples. Let's go ahead and talk to Bob in Maine. Bob, you're on the air.
What's going on, Alex? Calling from deep in the heart of FEMA Region 1.
You are there, yes.
Hey, just wanted to let you know, I listen to you on the internet, and also you guys should put something on your website about shortwave. When I don't catch your show during the day, I catch you on shortwave. And I also want to let you know that the hams, I'm also a ham radio operator, we're working on, we got networks going, digital networks. We get together and we pass information back and forth in news stories. So when the internet does get shut down, we'll have a way to communicate. And what I do is sometimes for practice, I'll take some of your news stories and we're circulating them on ham radio. So your stories are getting out.
I need to do more promoting our powerful shortwave frequencies. It's just they're changing a few times a year, and I can't keep track of it. I can't keep track of my checkbook, buddy. I mean, I have to make myself take time out to brush my teeth twice a day. You know, I'm like racing to get my deodorant on in the morning. But yeah, we need to do a better job on that front. I agree with you. What do you make of under the new Rural Council and FEMA? Homeland Security, FEMA, Department of Defense openly says, without warrants, they're already doing it, they're coming to everybody's farm to teach you, and a lot of times they come with guns drawn. We had federally funded state game wardens rush onto our property as we're all just sitting there camping, bossing everyone around and acting powerful, until one person had seen one of the game wardens in a hunting magazine and knew his name, and suddenly, you know, the guy got all happy because he was being, you know, his narcissism was fed, and suddenly they acted all nice, but no, we were part of a federal task force. This country, the federal, you mean the foreign banks that ship little kids out and ship drugs in? You mean you work for them like we're all impressed? Oh, my gosh, you work for them. Oh, let me get scared. Let me bend over to you and worship you. I mean, it's just, when is enough enough? God bless you. I mean, Obama says he's going to be a dictator in the second term. That's what he said. And then they have this legislation in the MAP 21 bill to let the IRS take your passport and not let you travel. Totally illegal. And they say they'll take your guns if they feel for any reason you're dangerous. The IRS now is over guns. I mean, and you're like, well, it won't pass. It's neck and neck because of the furor. It was set to pass this week. Because of the furor, it's in trouble now. But there's people on YouTube in the video I shot last night and in the article saying I'm a liar when I'm linked to the bill. Just like you said I was a liar about NDAA or a liar about your appliances spying on you. No, I didn't lie about any of it. I told you the truth over and over again. Do you realize how dangerous these globalists are? Do you realize they want to kill us? You think they hate Iraqis? Folks, they hate Americans about 100 times what they hate Iraqis. The globalists hate everybody. They even hate each other. They're a bunch of devils. Okay, let's say the devil doesn't exist. They have our troops use DU, and they know it soft kills them. They killed over 1 million Iraqis with starvation, the rest of it. They use DU all over Iraq, and the birth defects have exploded. They bomb infrastructures everywhere. The globalists go in and bomb water treatment plants and electricity and never rebuild it on purpose. They make the countries take Monsanto GMO. They curse all of us. I mean, whatever you want to call these people that tell us, oh, 52 million aborted babies is good, and let's kill babies up to age 3 now, and let's kill grandma. Bill Gates is a superhero. And Newsweek. Remember the case for killing Granny cover of Newsweek. Simultaneously, they were saying there's no death panels in this, and government won't decide what your doctor does. Now, they have the law. They go, yeah, death panels are real. We're going to tell your doctor what they can do. And again, they play this game where we tell the truth. They go, oh, no, that's not true. You're like, yeah, here's your proof. But they make it all about the debate about what's true or what isn't. Instead of you just going out and finding out, you've been lied to. And anything that drops the trance, anything that takes you from being like a child and they're the adult to you're an adult, they're a pervert, you're an adult, you're a good person, they're a criminal, and reversing those roles, that they're your loving guardian. Yeah, like Nosferatu's a loving guardian of, virgins in their bed at midnight. Or Hitler's a loving guardian of people, or Stalin's a loving guardian. No, they're not good. They're not nice. They're bad. They're bad. They're bad. And that's why I go back to that Jesse Ventura clip. Because it's probably the most powerful thing I've ever seen on television. That's real. Where he goes to the congressman who has the bill to expand the already existing FEMA camps, and it gives us the full architecture of the camps, how they work, how they operate. We already reverse engineered it. He says, I have the bill where you're going to expand these emergency camps for people all over the country, including for political reasons. And the guy goes, I do not know what you're talking about, in his fake Georgia accent in Tennessee. And Ventura says, well, here's the bill right here. And he goes, you mean the one with the green alien coming out of the machine to eat me? Ventura looks at him and says, no, this bill, and hands it to him. And he goes, I do now remember that bill. And the reason I go over that clip over and over again is because when the hoax falls, and that aired, it freaked people out so bad and reminded them of all the other condescending stuff that the Homeland Security was threatening people. And there were all, I can't even tell you what went on behind the scenes. I mean, people, you know what? I'm told stuff in confidence, and I just can't tell you. I tried to talk them into telling you what went on. Let's just say some people didn't make it. I'm going to stop right there. The point is that the hoax fell in that clip. Like, he's got a bill, and the guy's talking about space aliens, saying, why do you believe space aliens are going to eat my brain? And Ventura's like, I got a bill about expanding camps. And I see these trolls saying, oh, they're not coming after our guns. Oh, no. Rahm Emanuel just said they do it this exact way. It's like people going, oh, they don't want to have a national draft for a domestic FEMA Corps. Now it's been announced. They're talking about making high school students be part of it for graduation. And paying them, because they're going to bankrupt things so bad. The new thing is going to be a paid government welfare where you work for them. And let me tell you something. I get pulled over by some snot-nosed 18-year-old punk wanting to grab my genitals. It's over. And they are training them in the new handshake of America, where a pot-bellied pedophile grabs your genitals. Again, if they can do that, they can do anything. The psychological warfare chiefs sit back and go, how do we fully break these people? Well, how do you get inside their comfort zone? You got to do something radical. You got to go all the way. I've read the manuals on air. This is their plan. They think we're a joke. But here's the deal. If we ever start reversing them, it's all over. That's why they're scared. That's why they're holding on to a buck and bronco 8 seconds. And you know what? 8 seconds is 800 years. In this game, you're going to lose. You miscalculated. You sacks of pus. All that matters to me is that you go down, and you will. You will not hold this species back with your disease and the pus gravy you try to pour all over everything that's good. You may think death and destruction and burning cities and dead children is beautiful. I think you're ugly. I think your mind's ugly. I think you're trash. And I declare absolute 110% total war on every level at you. It's time to find our humanity again. Look at this Daily Mail story. The public is fed up. Former TSA chief again criticizes airport security checks as he claims current process is doing little to stop terrorists. You mean the terrorists the U.S. government gets on the airplanes, like the underwear bomber? I mean, give me a break. And he says the public is at a breaking point. That's what the globalists want. They want it. That's why we've got to spend every millisecond now getting the word out before they stage the next false flag, that they're the people that give you the false flags. Like rattlesnakes, they're the ones that bite you. This criminal government, they're the ones that blow stuff up to pose as saviors. You ever thought about that? You ever known how many other governments have been caught doing it? Our own government caught doing it? It's not our government. We got to get that message out. We got to get the message out about the bankers running the government. And let me tell you something. You get that message out, they're going down. That's why Brzezinski said we might as well just kill 1 million people as try to control them now. In his new book, because he said in the past we could control them with propaganda. It doesn't work anymore. Yeah, you may be able to control some drooling TV sports fan who thinks that's real manly, or some woman who's all into herself and could care less. But there's a large portion that only cares about freedom, and it's never majorities that win wars, and you know that. And we got a lot more than our forebears had in 1776. Let's go ahead. And let's go ahead and go to David in Georgia. David, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Alex.
Hello.
I am a listener on the member, listening to you on the internet on InfoWars.
Thank you.
I am a retired military veteran, a disabled vet, and I was a delegate to the 8th District Conference about 2 weeks ago, and another delegate gave me a Market Watch website copy of something that I haven't heard discussed.
Yeah, it's Wall Street Journal. Tell us what it said.
A foreign company will process our votes in November. A Spanish company, SCYTL, has acquired SOE, the leading vote processing company in the United States. This means votes will now be transferred to a central server overseas where they will be counted, rather than being counted at the local precinct level.
I was aware that that company was doing some of it, but if they're doing the national, that's globalism. Have foreign groups run the water, run the voting, ship GM to China. I mean, it's a globalist plan to bring us down, shut down the farms. What do you make of all this?
Well, I'll read the rest of the article here. Why is a software company based in Barcelona, Spain, SCYTL, now in charge of counting our votes in the upcoming general election on November the 6th? Did the Federal Elections Commission approve this? Did the Congress of the United States approve this? Was this done by executive order from the White House?